Okay, so I've wanted to do this vid for a while now, and I think now's the time since Sony have announced Naughty Dog are working on a game for the PS4. And I'm going to be honest here, and don't get me wrong, I'm a huge Naughty Dog fan. I've played every single one of their games on PlayStation from Crash Bandicoot to The Last of Us. But I am telling you now, we will never see an Uncharted 4, ever. Why? It's quite simple. Naughty Dog love to produce good games, and I have played all of them, and I can tell you now, all of their games are at least an 8 out of 10. So one thing that Naughty Dog games have is that they are fresh, and they stick to 3 games per franchise. Because let's face it, if they made 7 or 8 Uncharted's, we would get sick of them eventually. It's what happened to the Call of Duty franchise, and I see this happen to Assassin's Creed in the near future. At the moment, I'm still enjoying Assassin's Creed games, but I can definitely see that we are going to get sick of them and it's going to die just like COD. So, they like to keep their games fresh instead of running their franchises into the ground. Naughty Dog also like to try a new game genres. They'd like to try new game genres. For example, the Crash games were linear 3D platformers. The Jak and Daxter games were open world 3D platformers. The Uncharted games were third-person adventure shooters. The Last of Us was a third-person survival horror game. So don't be surprised if their next franchise is something different, like a first-person shooter or an RPG. Anyways, don't expect this game that Naughty Dog are working on to be Uncharted 4 or The Last of Us 2, as The Last of Us only came out recently, and Naughty Dog take their time with their games. So I think this announced game is a new IP entirely. And as I said, don't be surprised if it's something completely different from the past games. Anyways, that was my thoughts on it. What are your thoughts? What do you think the next game's gonna be? Do you think it's gonna be an RPG? Do you think it's gonna be a first-person shooter? Do you still believe it's gonna be Uncharted 4 or The Last of Us 2? But as I said, Last of Us was made in June, and they like to take at least 2 years per game. So, thanks for watching. Bye.
Let's get a move on.